I'm Iming Lin. I'm originally from California, but I've lived in Cape Town, South Africa for half of my life, so 20-ish years, I think. The first time I came to Stone Barns was 2015, March 2015, and it was originally supposed to be for a month, and checking out a few other farms in the Hudson Valley just to be working for another month, and then I decided that I wanted to come back here for summer, for a month of summer. And then after that, realized that I probably needed to do a full season because the aim was to be able to set up a small-scale farm back in Cape Town. So yeah, 2 months in 2015, and then came back for the full season of 2016. As soon as we came back from Stone Barns to South Africa, I was pregnant with our first child and set up a small-scale farm. At that time, it was about half an acre, I'd say, of beds. I actually need to calculate it again. And then we slowly grew that every season. And then last year, so season 4, was pregnant with our second child. We like to do that, like start farms and be pregnant, and expanded it. So it's now on 5 acres of land. It's about 3 acres. It's actually veg farm. It's about 1.5 acre of actual bed space. And next year's our 6th season. So in terms of like what I've taken the most from to grow, a lot of it is crop varieties, a lot of it's methods, a lot of it's understanding the plantings. But while I was here, people would ask like, why are you in the Hudson Valley of New York? It's like the totally wrong season, or climate-wise, is it different? And I always said then, and I feel like it's still now, the thing wasn't about like copying like a growing schedule or any of those things, but it was about understanding what questions are asked on a daily basis in terms of identifying problems, tasks, strategies, that sort of thing. What are the questions that are asked? And then what is the logic or the things that are considered in answering those questions? And that can be translatable to any context. And so I think it's those daily things, it's stuff that's thought about, and it's things that I never knew gardening. It's soil, like the soil food web, it's all those sorts of stuff. And so it's a way of kind of thinking about and being open to stuff. And I think part of the magic here, of course, is that there's so many opportunities and so many things. And so it's kind of being inspired by like all that could be possible. I always loved those bulk harvests, and it was amazing to be there with the other chefs and the volunteers and just having time to have these conversations and be like, how are you actually going to use this in the kitchen, or how is it grown? And that interchange of ideas and people at different times of the process, and then particularly at those bulk harvests. So it's the same thing happened with the autophyllate corn as well, and the soybeans. And I just love those things, the lay rotation that just took care of itself, but then allowed this like communal harvest. I just think that that's just such a lovely celebration of food and bringing community together. I've been sort of scrambling for a name, and then actually during the apprenticeship season, I was reading Sally Mann's memoir, and she writes about muse, and this word, basically it's the temporary imprint you have on the earth.